welcome to this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports. Back in familiar territory. You ain't been here in a while, huh, Greg?
Yeah, like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, been so busy and off racing, and you get stuff doing, and
Yeah.
it's all that stuff we have to catch up on after spending all summer at the racetracks.
Yeah, you know, me, it was soccer for the oldest one. Had to hit those soccer games that I don't quite get to go to all the time, and it didn't pan out the way that their team wanted to, but it was good. It ended.
That happens at racetracks all over the country.
That's
every
what I
week.
told him.
And but for all you racers looking for your wintertime fix, Todd Mead over at Award Champs, TJRC Raceway. That's a lot for me to say, but you've all seen the RC tracks. They do them on the outside, you know, the trucks, the short course trucks, and race through the dirt piles and everything all summer. Well, Todd's in the process of building a track over there at the old Pride's Corner Bowling Alley. He's moved Award Champs there. Now he's building this track, and you're going to be able to race all winter long. Not only the trucks, you know, the off-road type of trucks, but he's also going to have an oval dirt track in there with sprint cars and dirt late models. So a lot of interest going on right now. A lot of people in the, not only the motorsports field, but the hobby are talking about the opportunity to do this all winter long.
Yeah, and I was over there the other day because I stopped in and to check it out and talk to him about some stuff, and he was hauling dirt in, had it spread out, and was telling me the basic layout of the place, and sounds like he's got himself a good plan there, you know, and it definitely one of the things, you know, as you know from going to Award Champs, he was cramped into his former space.
Yeah.
Now he's got a lot more room spread out in the back for doing the awards and stuff.
So, I mean, I always thought I was the guy that took on everything and tried to do it. But here is Todd, you know, award season now with, you know, soccer.
Right in the middle of it.
Soccer awards. Obviously, banquets are just around the corner.
Football.
He does the Beach Ridge banquet, does the RKS banquet, does a lot of different banquets. And so, yeah, it's a pretty big deal and pretty exciting. Got all his material from Mainly Sand and Gravel, so, you know, I'm playing my part. And I was talking up at MX207. All the clay that they got from right here at the pit, the Saco Pathfinders, and now Todd's little gig. So if anybody's looking to build a dirt track, I guess I'm your one stop for the dirt, right? The proper dirt. I get, you know, 12 years ago when I started in this business, I thought it was all dirt, you know, dirt's dirt. But no, you got to have special dirt for this, that, and the other, you know. So Todd and his new employee, Jamie Williams, they've been working pretty feverishly. You know, borrowed a couple tractors down there, and, you know, because they got to get the proper mix, and you know, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a real good time.
And it, like you said, it's that time of season. Head on over to Award Champs and get your
sponsor plaques and
anything you're going to do. He doesn't do just plaques. There's other options, but you know, check it out. Check out Todd and see what he's got.
And get creative. And I encourage everybody. And you know, from the trophies that we've given away and been a part of, starting with the Northeast Motorsports Expo all year, out through different tracks we've been involved with and giving stuff away. You know, all my stuff comes from him. All our plaques, all our trophies, you know, all the awards we give away at the Northeast Motorsports Expo, including the Mainleys. So, you know, I mean, and reasonably priced and flexible. You know, you can, and sometimes you don't even have to go there. So for our viewers in New Hampshire, say, well, geez, I don't want to drive up there and spend $100 on plaques. It'll be all done through email. You know, pictures, send it, he sends you proofs, that's what you get, ships it to you.
Right.
You know, I've heard of that happening. So, yeah, so Dave Brown over there at Brown's Auto Body in Rumney, New Hampshire, there's your sponsor plaque. So I heard Dave was looking to become a scroll sponsor on the show. He just can't find my address or email address. So just give me a call. Your son's got my number, Dave. So just give me a call anytime you want, and I'll send you the paperwork. You can send us a check, and then you can call Todd and get all your awards from Award Champs. But really excited this week. You know, MX207, they put a lot of work in up there for their go-kart facility, and really, you know, Randy and Colby Meserve have been behind the scenes with Bill Stewart, and they started promoting the deal last year in Augusta and then over to Portland, and finally the last few weeks they've been able to, you know, run some races, you know, not points or anything, just come have some fun. And
I did make it over last week, and you made it over this past week, and
we got a lot of footage later on in the show, and you'll see, you know, some of the racing and some real good racing, and it's gonna be fun, you know.
It's a pretty racy little place.
Yeah, dirt just brings a different atmosphere, you know. I think nothing against asphalt, but you got a good car, decent driver, you can win races on any level on asphalt. Dirt, it brings more of the driver back into it, like the old days on the clay at Beach Ridge Motor Speedway.
That's one of the things, actually the first week when I went there, it's one of the things that reminded me a lot of the old days, is because the track is clay, and halfway through the day's events they had a little spot right up in the middle of 3 and 4, and I was like, oh yeah.
There's Beach Ridge.
Yeah. So, but it is one of, it's one of those places where it was a lot of fun, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the thing was when I went a week or so ago, a lot of stuff was done as far as local racing. There was a lot of local races there.
Yeah, there
with
was
their kids or themselves or them and their kids,
yeah,
or whatever.
There was again this week, and
so that, I mean, if you haven't got your racing fixed, then
and I'll tell you, the hardest working guy there all day long, probably one of the oldest guys on the premises. And that's Chummy Brown. Old Chum. I don't know how old he is. He told me when he sat down, and
he was in Alabama the first week.
Yeah, for Talladega.
Right.
He told me that, but he was over there. Lindsay was racing. LJ's little boy was racing. Rusty was racing. Kenny Morrow was racing. So he was involved in all that. So he was running around like, I bet he went home and took a nap. So you guys got to take it easy on old Chum, But we're going to take a break. We got a lot planned this week. We got some highlights from over at Star and the Enduros, and now the Mainer going to New Hampshire and bringing us championship back to Maine.
That's right.
That's the third one. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back here on Mainly Motorsports.
You don't have to wait till the camping season is over to get your best price of the year on all in-stock travel trailers, fifth wheels, pop-ups, motorhomes, and toy haulers. We have over $1 million in snowmobile trailers incoming and really need the room, so all RVs need to go. Save up to $20,000 on fifth wheels, toy haulers, and Winnebago Class C motorhomes. Save up to $10,000 off travel trailers. Get your best deal while the best part of camping season is still here.
Scott's Recreation, Route 4 Turner and Route 202 Manchester, Maine. Don't let the other guys rough you up. Shop online at otmotorsales.com.
Clark's Eastside Scrap and Westside Scrap, two of the region's most efficient scrap yards. Both locations have the latest and greatest equipment, along with large capacity scales that are constantly calibrated to ensure honest weights. Car crushing, roll-off containers, scrap metal. Clark's Eastside Scrap in Chelsea and Clark's Westside Scrap in Farmingdale. Don't fix it, scrap it.
Mainly Motorsports TV, brought to you by
Moody's Collision Centers, now with 7 convenient locations: Gorham, Scarborough, Biddeford, Portland, Sanford, Lewiston, and now South Portland. Visit us at moodyscollision.com.
Southern Maine Motors, out to be Maine's #1 Chrysler Dodge Jeep dealership, Route 1 Saco.
Well, Star Speedway had finished up pretty much all their point battles.
Yep.
And this past weekend was the Howler. More or less a fun day, enduros, put on some races with the classes, no points. But the last time they had their points race, the Strickleys were one of the races that got fogged out. And they had to come back, and they had a championship battle, Charlie Baldwin and slamming Sammy Peabody, who's right from over in Springvale. And got to meet Sammy over the last couple of years going down there. Real great guy. I mean, I'm telling you, he leaves it on the table. And
he leaves it on the table in the race car and out of the race car.
Yeah, so, and he was able to do everything he needed to wrap up a championship. So we got some highlights from over there, and we'll come back and talk about Sammy's #1 crew person.
This time by green flag.
And your winner tonight, driving car number 07, the final strictly stock winner in points of the 2013 season. Let's have a round of applause for Mike Williams in the 07. Mike, you had a good season, a few wins this year. I know you would have liked to been right up there in points, but this is going to be a good win to end your season. Tell us about your run.
Yeah, this is a great win to end the season. The car was just perfect tonight. I couldn't ask for a better finish starting in the tail. And back-to-back wins, it feels great.
All right, anybody like to thank tonight, Mike?
I'd like to thank Woody's Auto Repair for sponsoring our division all week. And I'd like to thank my crew. They're the best guys in racing, and they get me here every week. They give 100% all the time, and I just couldn't do this without them.
All right, one more time. Your winner in the Strictly Stocks tonight, car number 07, Mike Williams.
I didn't really want Sammy to win a championship, but he's doing a good turnout.
I don't care. It's the end of the season. Awesome job, Sam. Woo! Oh, God, that
Woody's Auto Strictly Stock Champion, Slamming Sammy Peabody.
I love you, Lukey!
Well, he definitely made it interesting there in the final race of the 2013 season, but he did what he had to do, and he is your 2013 Woody's Auto Strictly Stock Champion. Tell us how this one feels, Sammy.
Oh, you don't even know. I went from almost rolling my truck over Wednesday and getting in an accident to this. I'm speechless. I can't thank all these guys here. Ward's Woodworking, Seacoast Property Cares, M&W Auto Repair, Mike White, Shorey Racing, Tangway Racing. They've been all good to me. I'm speechless. I don't know.
Very emotional down here in Victory Lane, and he deserves it tonight. Your 2013 Woody's Auto Strictly Stock Champion is Slamming Sammy Peabody.
Now, behind every racer is moms, girlfriends, sisters, wives, right? They're always doing their part. And a lot of times it might be the cooking part or getting the food prepared or lap times or something, but over at Star, Sammy's probably got the hardest working female in the pits with him, and that's his girlfriend, Katie, and Katie Simpson. If anybody's been to Star and Sammy ends up in Victory Lane or anywhere in the pits, she's always got a dog in tow. And, she came over. She's the girl that ran the go-kart for us one time over there.
Did you give her first start in a driving career?
Yeah, gave her first start in a driving career, and she picked up hardware first night ever, And but then over here this past week, she tried the ladies enduro, and she didn't have as good a luck over there as she had at the Saco Pathfinders, So, and my daughter has recruited her to make sure she's on my daughter's pit crew challenge team up there at the Northeast Motorsports Expo. So, Sammy gets it. Not Sammy. Katie gets it done. She works hard, and I haven't seen many guys in the pits that'll outwork her. So, congratulations to Sammy.
Another driver you're breaking through.
No, I don't know if she has any talent behind the wheel. I'm just saying she's a good crew person. That'll probably get me hit or beat up. But take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about the Mainleys. It's that time of year. Welcome to Mainly Motorsports.
To order copies of a show, send a check or money order for $15, shipping and handling included, to Mainly Motorsports, 326 Roosevelt Trail, Windham, Maine, 04062. And please add a description of the show.
Award Champs LLC is Southern Maine's premier award supplier and official award supplier for many of the area's top organizations and events. If you're in need of an award for a sponsor, employee recognition, fundraising event, or an entire sports organization, call Todd Mead at Award Champ. They provide the best for less with competitive pricing like the big online firms, but give you the personalized service you can only get from a local supplier. When you're in need of awards or personalized gifts, call Award Champs, where they'll help you reward your champion.
Patman's Redemption and Agency Liquor Store is located at 95 Tanberg Trail in Windham, Maine. With over 400 feet of hard liquor and 15 doors of ice-cold beer and soda, Patman's can handle all of your beverage needs. And if it's wine on your agenda, we have over 300 varieties in stock. Then when the party's over, Patman's can handle all of your Maine returnables, and we welcome all bottle drives. And if you're late for the race, drop off the bottles and pick up the cash at your convenience.
Hey, this is Pat Man himself, just letting you know that Pat Man's is your one-stop shop for all your thirsty needs.
Well, when I started these 4 or 5 years ago, the Mainleys, I didn't know what the anticipation would be with everybody. You're given a plaque, you're kind of going up against your peers. It's more or less a popularity contest, but it isn't. Some people really look at it and go, you know what, I think it's neat to compare drivers from Beech Ridge versus Wiscasset versus Unity versus Pass on different levels. And one of the things that every year happens, the champions obviously get on it, and we put them in their categories, and they go up against other tracks.
Yeah.
And, we look through and, see some rookies that had some, better than, just because you're a rookie doesn't mean you're eligible to be Rookie of the Year, you know what I mean?
Right.
If there's 15 cars that race every week and you finish 15th in points of all the weekly competitors, you didn't really do anything. Win 2 or 3 races, or in John Peters' case, 7 races, yeah, I guess you can consider yourself, a stellar candidate for the Mainly as far as Rookie of the Year. But the thing that I enjoy every year is obviously the photographers sending in their pictures. They take what they think is their best photo and they go up against everybody. And
I think that's the group that really takes the competition level to a new extreme and to heart. More. I mean, I know that the drivers, the crew chiefs, and everybody involved really enjoy getting the Mainleys.
Yeah, and they
stuff
promote
like
it
that.
on Facebook or social media.
But the photo people, that's their one time to shine.
Yeah, and I tell you, Mrs. Wiz there, she had a couple. Mr. Wiz, Chris Roy's been on a roll. So, but every year they're always looking. And I know talking with Jamie Williams throughout the summer, sometimes he'll go, I think I got my Mainly picture, but then he'll say, oh, and then a couple weeks later I'll see him.
Something will happen.
I think I got another one. So I really appreciate it, and look forward to getting all their pictures in to put them up there. And but the other thing is the 3 categories that change every year.
Yeah,
you
try
look
to
for
come up with something
different
new every
things. And this year we've kind of changed things up a little bit, and we're going after the parts guys, the chassis builders. Who's your favorite out of them? I don't want to say the best because they all build good stuff and they all put their stuff in victory lane and they'll stand behind their customers. But who's your favorite? Who do you like dealing with? Who do you, whatever. Who's your guy or girl?
Right.
So that's one of the categories.
If you've been going to one guy for 15 years and you're,
let's see how they stack
Right.
up. The guys at track service and so real curious. You might race at a track, but you really enjoy going to a track where. A few times a year when there's somebody else there, you really enjoy dealing with them. So, and then we'll honor one of those guys. So that's pretty neat. And then the big accomplishment. We had some big things happening this year, and that kind of unheard of. Or maybe not unheard of, but the brackets. Top 3. In points and finishing a race 1, 2, 3. I mean, pretty big deals like that. And we got some other accomplishments. And then the other one. This is going to be up to you guys to interpret any way you want to interpret it. I'm calling it the tough competitor. That's it. When you see the name of the names.
Wait, what's tough mean?
You tell me. Is it tough to race against? Tough to beat? Tough because he gets up on the wheel? Tough to pass? You call it whatever you want to call it. But I've come up with a list, and you guys can decide. So
tough on equipment.
Yeah, tough on officials, tough on anything. Just tough. But those we're hopefully going to have these up by this weekend. We're just waiting on a couple more some information from a couple of the tracks, and then we'll get those up, and they'll go right through the middle of December, and then they'll be presented up at the Northeast Motorsports Expo.
And I'm going to do it just like I do every year. If you have somebody that you want to vote for in the Mainleys, look at their competitors on their list. Don't just choose somebody because they're from your home track. There's plenty of people who are qualified on all the different categories to win above the. Do a little research. Look around. Don't just say, hey, I'm going to pick this guy because he's from my home track of Beech Ridge or wherever.
Yeah.
There are people that deserve these awards that.
Yeah, and it's pretty neat. And I'll tell you,
popularity
when I did it a
contest.
few years ago, I said, oh, it's mainly. But I'll tell you, these guys really like it. And
That's my speech every year.
It's rewarding to me when I go into somebody's shop or their office or something. They got a Mainly hanging there or something, and so 15 categories, they'll be up, and I'll let you know through the Facebook page, and like I said, you'll be watching this week's episode of Mainly Motorsports, and you might as well pay attention and keep checking back to the website because they're going to be up sooner than you know it. All right, we'll take a break. We come back. We got some race action from over at MX207.
At Southern Maine Chrysler Dodge Jeep, we truly do make it easy for our customers every step of the way.
At Southern Maine Motors, they made it really easy to find a car I like because of their wide selection, and they also help me finance.
At Southern Maine Motors, they make me feel like family. They made it so easy.
Looking for a new 2013 Chrysler Dodge or Jeep? You've got to check them out. You can't afford not to.
We are under construction, but we are open, so come on in, we'll make it easy.
The summer clearance event is going on now.
You don't have to wait till the camping season is over to get your best price of the year on all in-stock travel trailers, fifth wheels, pop-ups, motorhomes, and toy haulers. We have over $1 million in snowmobile trailers incoming and really need the room, so all RVs need to go. Save up to $20,000 on fifth wheels, toy haulers, and Winnebago Class C motorhomes. Save up to $10,000 off travel trailers. Get your best deal while the best part of camping season is still here.
Scott's Recreation, Route 4 Turner and Route 202 Manchester, Maine.
For a trusted name in residential and commercial site work in the Southern Maine area, call Peter Pettit Excavating. We can handle everything from the complete house lot to those nasty water and sewer line repairs. Septic systems are another area that we specialize in. During the snow season, Pettit Excavating has the equipment to handle any size job.
And when the race season arrives, be sure to follow the number 7 Hewitt's Family Restaurant Chevrolet on the past Super Late Model Tour.
Call 207-282-9305 to get the job done right. That's Peter Pettit Excavating.
Mainly Motorsports TV, brought to you by
Scott's Recreation. Whether you're thinking about your first camper or looking to upgrade your current one, Scott's Recreation can help you. Get both our Route 202 Manchester and our Route 4 Turner locations and online at scottsrecreation.com.
LKQ Core. Any part, any repair, anywhere. Located on Route 202 in Gorham.
When you're in need of awards or personalized gifts, call Award Champs, where they'll help you reward your champion.
Over at MX207 this past weekend, they decided they'd run heats and give everybody double features, twin 25-lap features, sort of like Milk Bowl format.
Bartlett Ridge Raceway.
Bartlett Ridge Raceway.
Thank you.
Everything's a mouthful this week. Bartlett Ridge Raceway. So yeah, they brought them all in. They qualified in the heat, lined up in the first feature, then they inverted the lineup for the second feature. So it was pretty neat because you had 2 chances to be a race winner,
right,
but 1 chance to be the overall winner. So, it was neat, and we filmed all the feature action and saw some really good racing. I'll tell you,
it is a racy little place.
Yeah, straightaways and nice little Mainly Motorsports banner on the back stretch wall that we put up for them, and I left it that high off the wall, off the bottom, so that way if they go in the wall, because one of the McKegg boys went through the wall last week, right? The whole
no, he didn't go through it.
But he put a big hole in it, right?
No, he hit, but then later, right where he hit, somebody in a lawn track that went through the wall.
Went through, so this way they won't wreck the banner. So, but no, we got some highlights from the first 4 races, and then we'll come back and show you highlights from the last 4, and we'll announce who the overall winners were over there, Milk Bowl format.
Award Champs LLC is Southern Maine's premier award supplier and official award supplier for many of the area's top organizations and events. If you're in need of an award for a sponsor, employee recognition, fundraising event, or an entire sports organization, call Todd Mead at Award Champ. They provide the best for less with competitive pricing like the big online firms, but give you the personalized service you can only get from a local supplier. When you're in need of awards or personalized gifts, call Award Champs, where they'll help you reward your champion.
We've got the car you've been looking for at OT Motor Sales. Shop online at otmotorsales.com.
Hello racers, I'm Amanda with Butler McMaster. Since our beginning, we have been an integral member of the New England racing industry. We played a key role in the development of the crate engine program. We are an official Ford racing parts dealer offering drop shipping on crate engines as well as complete competition-ready packages. We are a one-stop machining and parts source. Check out our website for more information. This fall, we are offering a special on your postseason engine refreshes.
If you are one of the first 20 customers turning their engine in between October 21st and November 18th, we will give you your dyno test for free. That's a $300 savings.
Oh yeah? Have I got another one for you? Yeah. I'll do what Nason did. Throw it on the ground when you come back. Remember when he did that 250 after winning the qualifier?
We want to congratulate all the race winners, but then we especially want to congratulate the overall winners, you know, that came up with the lowest point total.
Right.
And, you know, in the flathead division, Rusty Poland, you know, Pro All-Star Series sportsman competitor, picked up the win with a first and a second.
Obviously, Chum did something right there.
Chum did something right there. And then the junior kids carts, they caged.
Yep.
Blake Berry, son of Alan Berry,
Yep.
you know, so, you know, we're going a little racing flavor here, you know, a little bit of racing knowledge in the background, you know. And then in the adult cage class, I mean, there was no, I mean, if you just watch the highlights, you know, because a 1 and a 1 means 2, and that's Spencer Bath, and really done a good job, you know, when it raced a lot over to the Pathfinders, and, you know, Mr. Race, and but he won a lot of races over there, and now he's moved up to the adults, picked up the wins. And then in the adult the flat cart animal clone division, Dave Putnam, who's raced carts for years and a long time go-kart competitor, driving Bobby Timmons' cart, picked up the overall win. So congratulations to them. And it's kind of like you got to follow them on Facebook or their website, because everything's pending on weather now, because they need water to hose the track down. So, you know, they had problems Saturday morning getting the pump fired up. So everything depends. They still want to race. They'll keep racing every week if people want to come, as long as the weather permits. So you got to follow along on their Facebook page, Bartlett Ridge Raceway, or on their website, right?
Yep.
There you go. We're going to take a break. We come back, enduro action. And I'll tell you, when I saw the enduros at Wiscasset, it was like the best race of the day. And we got action from Star Speedway and enduros.
Today's vehicles are equipped with complex safety features such as anti-lock brakes, seatbelt restraints, and airbag systems. Even collision avoidance systems. Not available in all models. Hi, I'm Sean Moody from Moody's Collision Centers. We don't wish bad luck on anyone, but even with today's technology, we need to keep our eyes on the road and our hands on the wheel.
Moody's Collision Centers, now with 7 convenient locations: Gorham, Scarborough, Biddeford, Portland, Sanford, Lewiston, and now South Portland. Visit us at moodyscollision.com.
Mainly Motorsports TV, brought to you by
Bentley Saloon, Route 1 in Arundel. Stop by and see why me and my friends say, who has more fun than us? We do.
Clark's Car Crushing, providing guaranteed honest weights with top dollar being paid.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag is out. Ladies and gentlemen, underway.
Victory Lane. Your unofficial winner tonight, Corinne Brown. Corinne, you wind up the winner tonight. How does this feel on Halloween Howlin' Night?
It feels amazing. I've been doing this for a long time, and I couldn't do it without my husband or my father-in-law. They're great for me.
All right, one more time. Your Ladies Enduro winner, Corinne Brown, in car number 13. Victory Lane.
I haven't won quite, a little tongue-tied as you can see, but I haven't won something quite this big, so it's great for me. I plan on scrapping the car, so this is a good last run for it.
All right, one more time. Your four-cylinder Enduro champion at the Howlers, Kevin Boucher.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag is out. Green Enduro is underway. Here we go.
victory lane. Your winner tonight is the 133 car. Let's hear it for Bill Davies. Bill, you did what you had to do to stay out of trouble for the most part. You come home with the win here on Howler Night 2013. Tell us about your run and tell us how much this means to you tonight.
Yeah, it's a pretty good run. There was a lot of melee out there, but we survived. And I got to thank all the help from Jimmy, Wes, Adam. I couldn't be here without these guys.
All right, your Grand Enduro 2013 Halloween Howler winner is Bill Davies in the 133.
And Musher.
Good job, buddy.
Get the right car at the right price. OTMotorsales.com.
For a trusted name in residential and commercial site work in the southern Maine area, call Peter Pettit Excavating. We can handle everything from the complete house lot to those nasty water and sewer line repairs. Septic systems are another area that we specialize in. During the snow season, Pettit Excavating has the equipment to handle any size job.
And when the race season arrives, be sure to follow the number 7 Hewitt's Family Restaurant Chevrolet on the past Super Late Model Tour.
Call 207-282-9305 to get the job done right. That's Peter Pettit Excavating.
Well, we mentioned way back early in the episode, you know, Slam and Sammy bringing the championship back to Maine from a New Hampshire track. Jacob Dorr, obviously he did that, it seems like eons ago now, but it was about 5-6 weeks ago when the Mods wrapped up their season over there at Star Speedway. But I don't want to forget about Patrick Tangway over at the Hobby Stocks at Lee. Lives down in the Lebanon area, traveled over to Lee on Friday nights and picked up the championship there and brings that one back to Maine. So, you know, we want to...
Everybody thinks that because Beechridge Oxford's in the southern Maine area, that's where everybody who races out of Maine goes. It's not. There's Star, there's Lee.
Yeah.
It's a lot closer to those guys down there than it is to come to Beechridge or Oxford.
You know,
and we can't forget about those places.
No, and it makes me think about other guys that have done it in the past. Larry Gelinas, Wayne Witten, you know, a longtime supporter of the show through the Squirrel sponsorship program.
Hans Meyer did, didn't he?
Hans Meyer did. Bo Green, I believe. So, yeah, it happens more than we realize, you know, and, you know, so congratulations to anybody that competes in the state of Maine and travels to other tracks and supports them, you know. I mean, we've had of them going out to Canaan. I think there's a couple that go over to Groveton every week, so, you know.
There was some that went to White Mountain a few years back.
Yeah, so we got them traveling. So, you know, congratulations to the 3, you know, Maine champions that went out of state and brought it back. And, you know, which brings me to banquet season, you know, which is coming up. And, you know, really, you know, you champions, you know, be proud of your accomplishments, you know, and you know, honor yourself and your team, and you know, be respectful of your competitors. You know, it's a big deal. You know, and you know, I've been to some banquets, and you know, probably go to a couple this year, and you know, it's neat. And you know, we've all had our differences. We've raced against each other. We wanted to knock their heads off, and you know,
it's over for this year.
Yeah,
it is what it
but
is.
You know what?
Move
When they're giving their speeches or you know, receiving their awards, you know, be appreciative. You know, be a man or a woman, and you know, and just honor them. You know, and
There's this guy that I used to know, my dad.
Yeah.
Used to say, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all.
Yeah. No, you're right. Especially when it comes to the banquet season. You know what I mean? And you know, one of the things.
It's not your time.
That's what I like what Beechridge does when it's award time. They shut the alcohol off. You know, you got to sit there and listen, and you know, so be proud of your accomplishments, but also be supportive of others' accomplishments as well. You know.
Be respectful.
Respectful. Yeah. That's the R word. It's in my vocabulary, right? But Northeast Motorsports Expo is coming up. Working on the seminars now, working on all the details, and I know the main vintage.
Anything new and exciting that I should know about?
Not yet. Not yet. I'm getting ready. I'll start releasing some stuff. We're working on a young driver right now that's on the fast track to Sprint Cup. We hope. You know, I mean, he hopes. I don't know. It ain't nothing to do with me. But so between that and you know, the seminars, I'm working on some of those. The main vintage group's got a big auction coming up.
Going on,
you know, as they get some of their big ticket items, we'll start releasing them on the show for them, and so people can be a plan and start saving their money. And you know, just the pit crew challenge. You know, going to put some different twists in there. We're going to do the media challenge again, but we're also going to shake things up a little bit. I'm gonna reach out to all the tracks and tours and try to get them to put their own teams together like we did with the media, pit them all against each other with awards, and then females. You know, put your female teams together and you know, have a female runoff. So they're going up against each other. You know, they're not going up against these guys that you know. And I'll tell you who's pumped up, and that's Leo Jolin. I mean, he sends me messages on Facebook. He's ready. He's practicing. He's, you know what I mean? He wants, you know what? I don't even think it's about the money. I think it's about the prestige. It's about, you know what I mean? I think that's what it's about, don't you?
It's about saying you're the fastest.
Yeah. So, you know, lots still to happen, you know. And then this past weekend over at Oxford, the flea market, you know, Tom's first flea market, which I heard
kicks it off.
You know, some people was a success, and then this weekend, you want to go to a flea market. Well, I'm telling you, this is the granddaddy of them all. And, you know, the last couple of years, it's kind of, you know, petered down a little bit. When I say petered down, so they don't have 1,500 vendors, they only have 1,200. That's still a lot of vendors to have to walk around, huh? And I've told everybody, if you showed up Saturday morning at 6 o'clock and you wanted to walk around, not at a feverishly pace, but just walk at a pace, if you saw something you liked, you wanted to look at, inquire, or you just moved to the next one, you couldn't do it all in one day if you just wanted. You had to kind of almost look ahead, almost like driving a race car. You got to look 4 or 5 ahead to, okay, I want to stop there and be ready. You know, that's.
Yep.
So I'll be down there. I love going. I don't know if I sell stuff. I don't know if I make any money. Right?
You just go for the atmosphere.
Yeah, no, I do. It's just, you know, and it's a chance. It's like anything. When you can go and catch up with some friends that race at different tracks, or even people that race at Beach Ridge, that you know, you can kind of stand and talk for 15, 20 minutes, you know, not, you know, because they're not racing and I'm not trying to do my thing. So, no, it's really a lot of fun. And then the following week is Lee, and Lee's kind of a lot more low key. You know, it's a lot smaller. You know, you might have 100, 125 vendors, so you know, you can do it in a half a day and see everything you need to see, you know. So it's your chance. So if you've got stuff to sell, it's your chance to unload some stuff and put some money in your pocket, whether it's for the holidays or to reload for your 2014 race season, or if you want to sell out. Matter of fact, if you're looking for a legend car, I'll have a legend car down there for sale.
You will?
Yeah, yeah. So you never know, right? We're talking about some stuff, trying to cut a deal. Me and my kid trying to cut a deal. Greg told me when he showed up today, wishes he was my 16-year-old kid with the kind of deals I'm trying to cut her, you know, but a lot of fun. I mean, it's all about family, and we have a lot of fun, and, you know, we've enjoyed.
You got enough kids off to the side. Between Brick and Louie.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah, no, I do. I got all kinds. My father Lux, but you never heard that, did you?
I saw Lux's birthday pictures.
Yeah.
I saw you guys
pedicures. Yeah, I've never in my entire life.
And could you please go through the list of the people that were sitting in the chairs?
Well, me, Sandy McKinnon, Larry Terriell wouldn't get in the chair because he was too embarrassed, but I think the reason he wouldn't get in the chair, he actually had already been in the chair. He'd actually already been there before we got there. And then Tom. And then when Lux showed up and saw us, so I'm trying to think, you know, like Lux turned 57. When I turned that age, I don't want to go to a birthday party and have my feet in a bucket with 3 old men and an overweight guy. But I think that's why he does, because it made him look young.
Hey, wait a second.
What?
Are you excluding yourself from the old men category?
Not that old. Still in my 40s. So yeah, it was. We had a good time. It was really fun, and you know, Sharon loved it, and there's plenty of pictures on the Facebook page and everything. So really a good time. But you know, I don't know. So that concludes another episode of Mainly Motorsports. And now we're going to start bringing some racers into the studio during the off season. Some champions want to hear about their seasons. If anybody's got plans for next year, and you want to plug yourself, plug your sponsors, you know, I mean, it's
break some news about your race team, anything like that.
Yeah.
This is the time of year to come on and do it. You know, nobody's really busy with anything.
Yeah, no, you're right. So reach out to us. I'm easy accessible. So, for Greg, I'm Steve, and that's this week's episode of Mainly Motorsports.